Hi everyone, for tonight's Nightcap in Review, I'm having an adult beverage, and tonight I'll be discussing City of Iron and Ivy by Thomas Kent West. I did receive this as an ARC from NetGalley, and of course I'm giving my honest opinion. These are the highlights. And there were no listed content warnings in my version, and I gave this a 4.25, so what's it about? So this book is about Elswith, a scholar who wants nothing to do with London society or the marriage mart, but then her perfect debutante sister who's trying to make an advantageous marriage ends up murdered. Now to save her family from ruin, Elswith is forced into taking her sister's place and trying to find a husband. But while everyone else may think that's her goal for the season, what she's really trying to do is uncover what really happened to her sister and who her murderer might be, who she believes to be the Reaper. The Reaper is a killer at large who is turning his victims into plant human horrors. But as she uncovers clues, all signs point to the Reaper being a nobleman, which means her search for a husband and the Reaper are now intertwined. But her searches are complicated by Silas Blackthorne, a bastard-born archaeologist with dark and twisted secrets of his own. So Ellsworth will have to work hard at uncovering everyone else's secrets while trying to figure out who to trust, because if she trusts in the wrong person, it could end up with her being the Reaper's next creation. So what are my thoughts? Again, I'm giving this a 4.25. First off, I think the floral magic in this book was really cool, and I think the author did a great job bringing that and this world alive to where, for me, it felt really fresh from some of the other fantasies I've read lately. I think the author wrote some really cool passages highlighting that floral magic that, along with this beautiful cover, I think there is so many opportunities for beautiful character art, or if this was ever made into a special edition with the right artist, that the end papers would be absolutely stunning, and I personally would love to see that come alive. Now, I will say a lot of people are calling this a romantasy, but I will say for me, there's not very much romance in this book. Instead, a large portion is focused on Elswith trying to uncover what happened to her sister, as well as trying to survive court so that she can find a husband. It really felt like towards the end, they were like, oh yeah, there's supposed to be romance in this book. Let me just throw it in. And I will say the male main partner, or Silas, who is supposed to be her counterpart, felt like the right choice. But for me, there wasn't a lot of chemistry, but there's a reason for that, and I'm not going to give away spoilers. Instead, I think where this book really shines is as a murder mystery historical fiction. Like, I really enjoyed the contrast between the dark and gritty murders, think Jack the Ripper, along with this beautiful botanical magic. I also really enjoyed the author's commentary on race, class, LGBTQIA+, and women's issues that were woven seamlessly throughout the story. Now, when it comes to Ellsworth, our female main character, I will say she's not always a character I enjoyed, but she was a character I understood, and I understood the choices that she made, because she's extremely smart and talented when it comes to botany knowledge as well as magic. But you're combining that with the fact that she doesn't have a lot of interaction in the countryside, and the interaction that she does have with people is very rude towards her because she has facial scarring. So they're very dismissive of her and constantly are comparing her to her perfect, beautiful sister who they see as better than her. So she very much has a combined mentality of I am smarter than everyone else in the room and don't trust everyone, I hate everyone kind of combination. So it was very frustrating when she goes to London society. She's trying to survive there. She has a talented matchmaker at her side trying to teach her how to survive these ballrooms, and she's very dismissive of her teachings, especially the rule of don't trust anyone, especially the other young women who are trying to take you out so that they can get husbands. So it was frustrating that she would let her guard down and walk around these ballrooms thinking she's smarter than everyone else, and because her guard's down, trust the other young women, even though she has proof that these other young women are not trustworthy simply because they call themselves her friend. Now, I will say she is a multi-layered character, because when she cares about you, she will do anything for you, and you really see that shine towards the end of the book, and that is where I really enjoyed her most as a character. Overall, I enjoyed the world and the magic system that the author built, as well as the murder mystery, because I had no idea who the villain was. And this is a true standalone to where the ending closed out everything, where I'm not left wanting more. So if you choose to read this book, it'll be available April 21st. I do recommend it, and I hope everyone has a good night and happy readings.